Finland is in fact Quinlan in the first map. 16-10 is the scoreline. Svojic, you're right.
Yeah, I said 16-12. But
oh no!
I said 16-8. He said 16-12. So we're in the middle.
Yeah, you're in the middle. But neither of you get the points anyway. But there you have it. Finland taking the first map, which was actually Montenegro's choice, 16-10. And it ended with the wonderful, wonderful op shot from Zori, straight to the face, no scope. And that's just a testimony to how wonderful he played that game. Definitely the man of the match, as he was the player to watch.
Yeah, him and Sagerson. As Svojic said in the cast, 90% of the time he got the kill.
Yeah, even on the pistols.
Yeah,
pistols.
I mean, his position, I don't think Montenegrin players realized what he was doing. Like, he was playing around the A site, balcony, apps site, and they just couldn't figure him out. Even in that one round, he clutched with 5-7, killing 2 guys. One that was planting the bomb, the other was running around the site, and he was just there camping and killing them, winning them the round. Yeah,
indeed so. Brutal. Montenegro getting destroyed on their CT side, and it's not really to be expected. Mirage, of course, being a CT-sided map, but at the end of the day, they did pick up a couple of T-sided rounds. So is it just down to lack of experience, you know, just that kind of puggy style of play that got them the T rounds, or?
I'm gonna say they only won a couple of rounds on the T side just because of the pace of the game and how it all went. It was just a force buy after force buy after force buy. Finland, their economy was broken constantly, and they were constantly force buying. I mean, you can't do that after having that enormous lead after the first half. In the first half, I mean, Finland was basically taking mid control every single time, and every single time I think it was a different player from Montenegro trying to stop them on his own, and that's not the way to defend mid. There was that one round where they pushed mid, they got 3 kills, then eventually they won the round, even though it came to 1v1. But I mean, that's the kind of that's the thing what you need to do. Either put you know, a few bodies there to defend that mid, or just leave it open. And they were just trying something in between there, but that's not going to work. I like the try in the last round from Montenegro because Lobanica was doing the same thing over and over again, smoking off that balcony on B. So when that smoke lands again, you again expect only 1 player there, but there were 5 there. But the thing is, also Finland switched their setup up. There was an upper. And those smokes, I'm not sure if those smokes are all their smokes or.
It definitely helped the finish. Yeah, they helped the finish players.
Didn't look great.
Yeah, I think it was their players because of the. I think that's the round where you smoke off bench area and you smoke off site and you smoke off short. So you try to plant the bomb, but why do you do that against a full buy? I mean, that's not what you do.
No idea. I guess you're gonna have to send him a message, but. We do have an interesting clip that you wanted to mention with the retakes. I mean, Montenegro didn't do a great job with coordinating those retakes on the B site. Every single time they'd get stuck in the kitchen, dude.
Yeah, I mean, at this point they have a lead in the round. Like they got 2 kills. Okay, 1 guy falls on B site again. It's Lobanica, but not gonna comment on that. We have 4 players coming from the same side. No one's going short. There are gonna be 4 players coming from kitchen and. Okay, you can say it's okay, they can retake, go together, maybe get some frags, and then we're gonna see here, I think it's gonna be RT, RT jumping out of the window alone. 3 players in the kitchen, he's jumping out. Okay, he did get a flash, and that's a failed flash. Okay, he dies. Now you see, this is 3 versus 3. So you think, okay, he died, we won't do that again, and then we're gonna see, if I'm not mistaken, Bark going through the smoke alone.
Maiden. But yeah, the point is the same.
Yeah, sorry, Maiden just. Why? Like, go together. Like, you're 4 versus 3. Okay, they're gonna watch those angles, but you can trade 1-1 and then still get on top 2 players versus 1, and you're gonna have that situation. And yeah,
I mean, the first question here is why rotate all through kitchen? I mean, you have 5v3. Okay, Lobanica, he dies soon enough on that B side because he's alone. But then again, why is no one going underpass to B house or just short? Why 4 guys from kitchen? It's just, I have no idea. And then just going 1 by 1, that's...
I think all of their city half, they were going just 1 by 1. We saw that one round when Arvid was near the Delpon spot, chair spot. He was standing there alone and the guy jumps through the smoke and attacks him. And just why? Like, why would you do that? And there were some questionable moments for sure on their city side.
Yeah, a lot of whys from Dushin and Svojic. That's the analysis of the match, Finland versus Montenegro first map. Second map coming up will be, of course, Train, which was the Finnish choice. But before we jump into that, I guess as consolation for the Montenegrin fans and for the people of Montenegro, I have a small segment. And continuing the wonderful tradition of the fun facts by Georgie, we're going to have some fun facts about Montenegro. Now, the thing is, as being the non-Serbian here, I'm going to poke some fun on the Serbians that are sitting to my left, both Dusan and Zvojic. And my first fact is Montenegro first existed in 2006 when it got his, his freedom from Serbia. No comments from these guys. That's the first fact.
No way, that's true. But okay.
All right. We're gonna have. Maybe it's not a fact. Maybe it's an opinion. But it's something I found on Google. However, the second fact, which is a fact, is that Brad Pitt did his first movie, Hollywood movie, in Montenegro. Interesting. And Casino Royale was actually recorded in Montenegro. So some very interesting facts for you there. And Montenegro has 117 beaches. Which I was telling him, Montenegro it's a perfect holiday resort for the Serbians, but they disagreed. They thought Greece was better, and they're just going to wipe the sweat off their foreheads.
Have you been there?
I'm pretty sure Serbians go to Montenegro for their holidays, but they seem to have another opinion.
I think he has a good question for you.
Have I ever been to Montenegro?
Yeah.
No, because I wouldn't have had to Google the fun facts if I had gone, I guess.
Well, talk to you after you go there.
Well, they did Casino Royale there, so I'm assuming it looks quite nice in some places.
I'm guessing there's a good casino in the whole of Montenegro.
I mean, there's Sveti Stefan, but that's like elite place on earth, not just this region. Like Saint Stefan is one of the best places known to men, and I think at one point, I know this, I don't know why, but Sylvester Stallone came there. He booked like the whole hotel for himself, and he wanted champagne, like champagne.
Yo, Sylvester, we're going into the
fantastic. Game. Montenegro, Black Forest, train. I think we're going to be ready for the match here. We'll finish that thought right after this very interesting map. But let's go through to train. Skroni and Zvojic, who's sitting here. Take it away.
Thanks.
Yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another map ready to go. And it's going to be train this time. Now this, of course, being the pick of Finland. They lost the knife round, as mentioned, and are going to have to start off onto the T side. But, of course, being their map pick, one would expect them to be ready. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can throw up into the pistol to even get the ball rolling. But heading forward, Zvojic, what do you expect?
Well, we'll see if Zori can just have a replay of that Mirage where he had just some amazing frags with AWP. Train is a map pretty much designed for that, but Bark, he was also doing some good things with an AWP, so that could be an interesting duel going into this train. Bark, mentioning him, he finds the first frag, gets a kill, gets another one, 2 headshots for him in Ivy. Maiden finds the one of his own, and it's now all on X7. Bark dies, but it's a 2v1, sorry, but Gigi finds the last kill. And Montenegro, they start off their city side well, as they did on Mirage. This is the thing. They need to win this second round.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They need to make sure they grab that momentum, especially on train where the CTs can definitely run away with it. Now that they've managed to grab the pistol, if they can convert the 2 points and then follow it up with a rifle round, doing all of that without losing too many players, they're going to be having themselves a fantastic start. But Finland, looking to pick up the pace here. Artie's nade bouncing off the ceiling helps him out as he does find 2 frags on damaged players, but the bomb will still be planted for Finland on this B site. Now, 2 players already here trying to rotate away for the after plant, but Madden on the rotation will suppress Zori, keeping him near the site. Again, another shot landing drops him to 31 points of health. As Montenegro start to push up towards the bomb, they're going to be finding the first frag. Of course, they'll have to watch their back. Miksu able to find 1, and the flank still coming. Still, he's going to drop 7 from behind, able to find the first. Madden going to be putting the smoke on the bomb and sticking the defuse. Montenegro able to convert the first point, but again, at a cost.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's better than on
it
Mirage.
Works. Yeah.
Winning the round with only 2 alive is better than losing it, I'm pretty sure. So only 2 guys alive, and you gave away the bomb plant, but still it's 2-0, so it's okay. Finland, they invested some into that round, so they're going to be on, well, some upgraded pistols. We're going to have 3 Deagles, and with the recent changes in recoil, Deagle has become quite powerful, I've got to say. I mean, it was always powerful, but nowadays even more so. Third round in, some firepower, definitely better firepower on Montenegro's side, and this, even though they have 3 Deagles, P250 and a Glock on Zori. He wants to save for that AWP. This still should be around for Montenegro, although we see 3 guys in the B halls. Seems like they want to drop down from that upper ramp.
At the same time, it looks like Montenegro are actually going to be allowing this. Having 2 players playing the back of the B site means that they're aware that the bomb plant is a possibility, but the retake should easily go their way. With these FAMASes and, of course, the M4 at the long-range engagement, they should be able to pick these players up, but the bomb has been planted, so that's going to be a cushion for the purchase of Finland in the following round. And at the same time, these players dropping out will be nice for Montenegro. They're going to rack up some cash of their own as they find the kills and the defuse and the round. But again, the plant's in, and I think Montenegro wanted to allow that. We saw the players sitting on the back of B rather than up close, whereas in the previous round, we saw that point-blank FAMAS/grenade combo. So a little bit more reserved, maybe trying to avoid the damage they had experienced in the previous round, and it fans out in their favor. But Finland, going into their gun round with a very aggressive double-op purchase. Yeah. That's kind of unorthodox, I would say, especially on train, let alone in the very first gun buy.
Yeah, we saw this in the last round of Mirage. Sagerton and Zori both picking up an AWP, so we'll see if they can make it work on train, especially on the T side. I mean, for the CD side, oh, Bark, that's nice. Not a way you peek Ivy just without a flash, without a smoke there. I mean, that has to be a misplay, as Montenegro once again loses the first player, but Lobanica pushing through the smoke finds a kill on Zori, so back to a 4-on-4, and he picks up that AWP, so he can make some work with that.
Not only has he grabbed it, but he's managed to work his way all the way out back into the middle of the train. So changing up his position, that's going to give zero bit of read for the side of Finland, who is sitting with the man advantage, though. Already going to be starting to rotate off that B site, getting a little bit cautious on A. And currently, though, Finland, they have the ability to go anywhere right now. They can definitely split the A site, as they do still have the player Ivy, Miksu, on the flank there. But at the same time, we do have Arvid at least up into the top of Brown Halls, waiting for maybe a push, a bit of info. So Finland with a lot of options, but the bomb now on top of ladder does seem like it's going towards the B site. So Miksu is going to be coming in late on the flank, and this could really pay off for the side of Finland. But Montenegro now getting the read on the situation. There's 30 seconds left, and they've yet to execute forward. They're going to be still keeping some presence on A. GG watching the bottom of the ladder from the outer site, but inner is where that bomb does head. So the first pick is going to be that of Lobanica, already finding one off the FAMAS as 7 trades back, but 20 seconds left will force his hand as he plants the bomb. Miksu's going to have to hit this flank at the right timing, or else Lobanica can already be on the defuse by the time he gets here. You see him trying to spot the feet on the cross of the smoke, but that's not what the play is going to be. 7 now is in the exact position he just unscoped from. Time ticking quickly. One kit on GG, and the flank lands. Miksu finding the first one and catching them both off guard. Finland doing a very good job of putting their players in the right position, using the play perfectly, and finding themselves an early gun round, but a costly one, no doubt.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have 2 AWPs to retake with. You're just too slow on the retake, and even though Miksu was pretty far away, he gets there just in time to get a double kill, and Finland wins the first full buy round, although they're gonna save only the 1 AWP. We see that one is going to end in Sagerton's hands. Even though we saw Zori doing some amazing things with an AWP, he's gonna go with a scout into this round. Maybe he can find the first kill there on the train. Guess not. That was the second or third time that Finland hit that B side, so that causes Montenegro to put 2 guys there now. But I think Lobanica is gonna start rotating back. No, that wasn't Lobanica. Lobanica just died in that in Ivy. Again, pushing through the smoke, I guess just his thing. When it pays off, it's great. Usually it doesn't, so... And now Gigi is gonna die, and we gotta remember this is a full buy round for Montenegro, and just it's falling apart everywhere. Not looking good. Artie's gonna find a kill, bringing it back to a 2v4. They're already out on the A side, Finland. Second in his flash, Artie gets another kill, and another one, so 1v2 now.
Artie doing a very good job on this site, just trying to dance around the angles, but Zori has a read on the peak here, and he will find the headshot. So the moment that they sort of recompose themselves, grab the pace of the engagement, and use that 2-man advantage, he's done. But still, a very nice try by Artie on the site itself, considering that the rest of his team had gone down without frags. But let's mention that Lobanica play. That kind of gets the ball rolling as Finland find themselves in the early 1-man advantage. He's trying to push out towards Ivy, and you mentioned it. It works out sometimes. And when it does, not only does it work out, when it works out, it feels great. It's a very reassuring kind of experience when you can win those sorts of rounds, but when you don't win them, that's the issue, is you kind of cost your team an early man advantage. But Finland taking the pace towards B very quickly. Already the bomb up towards the site. Madden's going to be coming up the ladder, but unfortunately there's a man waiting. Zori with an easy frag, and now Montenegro, of course, on these USPs, not looking for much, but if they can find a frag, that'd be great. That's really all the best that they could hope for. But GG's starting to close out the distance. He's going to get the shot to take it towards Miksu. Miksu gets out on top of it, and Bark goes down lastly. So again, it is going to be Finland picking up the pace of the round, heading straight towards the B site and fanning out with another one. Game now tied 3-3.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, so far, this is just a repeat from Mirage City side for Montenegro. I mean, in the full buy rounds, one or two of their players just dies early, and then one of the guys that survived kind of makes a double kill or triple kill, makes it interesting going into the end of the round. But I mean, that's not the story that should happen when you're on a full buy round on the city side, especially on train. So, I mean, Montenegro, their city side so far not really looking good. Although Maiden in this round number 7 is going to find the opening kill, and this Ivy hold is looking much better. Not pushing through smoke, not peeking widely, just wait for them. Wait for the T's to try and make something work in that area. Now, having that first pick, they're able to put 2 guys on B. We see Lobanica pushing this mid area. He's going to find another kill. This is huge for Montenegro.
Issue with that situation, though, is he hasn't spotted the bomb carrier. So he was incredibly close to actually seeing the device, but he never rounded the corner. So Lobanica definitely grabbing some room with that frag, but not all the info possible. GG, though, with another kill towards B site. This is just going to start to cement the round in the favor of Montenegro. 2 versus 4. Still Miksu trying to work his way out towards Ivy. He'll have to be cautious as Madden is waiting with the M4 in hand. He'll go down, missing the shot, dealing only 75 bits of damage. Not going to find it, but still 35 seconds. This isn't a lot of time for Finland to play with. They are now together, the bomb carrier working his way over. We've seen Sagerton do wonders with these ops, all sorts of crazy plays from him, and he'll be now looking to open up the A site. But Lobanica has been spotted here. He reacts immediately, gets the first kill, and now he needs to push on forward. But the issue is it's the player with the full health that has the bomb, and he'll have to commit to it. Let's find a bit more. Artie going to be grabbing the frag to it. Artie with the second. Again, it is Artie who holds this A site perfectly, dancing around the trains. This time, it grabs them the round. Montenegro on 4. Artie 11-4 so far. Very nice half from him.
Yeah, a nice start of the round for Montenegro. This time, they are the one with the early advantage. They got the first kill in the mid, then Lobanica pushes that area, gets another one. Like you said, doesn't spot the bomb, but still. The damage was done, and Montenegro win the round. Finland kind of looking disjointed in that round, trying to push Ivy, trying to push B, getting killed in mid, just all over the place. No real team play, and they lose the round because of it. Bark is going to find a nice opening kill on Sagerton. This time he wins the op duel, and once again, advantage for Montenegro as they try to get into the B site.
As they go down, they're going to find the first headshot to GG. That's one of the 2 defenders, and with Artie now dropped out of this, there's nobody here towards B, but there is a flanker. Lobanica has made his way up towards the ladder. He's going to hear Avid behind him, but he's not able to find the frag. That's 2 more for the side of Finland. Very, very momentously, it is Finland who not only explode themselves down to the B site, but completely decimate the numbers for the side of Montenegro. Those first 2 frags with GG dropping out from the Z connector and then Artie off at the site itself just completely leaves the defense there. And we see Finland pick up the pace of that one. The issue so far on the B site was that Finland had been going there later in the rounds, where Montenegro have already had a chance for their rotators to get into a solid position. But this time we see GG just arriving to help Artie, and since Artie is also not necessarily in position on the site, he's exposed fully when he comes out from Z connector. Easy cleanup, easy frag, easy round for Finland. 3 players still standing as they do try to find Bark, trying to deny the op, but he manages to grandfather it forward. Not that Montenegro really have an economy to force buy here, but they'll go for it anyways, adding an ump and some pistols to the collection of weapons they have. It's really going to be coming down to Bark off that op though. Other than that, Finland looking to take this one as they do have 4 AKs and an op, everything they could ask for. They need to be able to convert it in order to continue resetting Montenegro's money.
Yeah, it's not good when you, after 8 rounds, you have 4 on the CT side and you need force buy. Although this AWP might be the only saving grace for them in this round. Bark is going to find the first kill, And Finland, they wanted to go for a fast play on A, but they're gonna be stopped, at least so far. Another kill going their way. Maiden fights them another one with only a pistol, and it's all on Mixu.
Wow.
And wow, that was the round Montenegro definitely needed. Force buy, 4 guys alive after that, picking up 3 guns besides the AWP that they already had, and that was definitely a great round for Montenegro. They were able to stop that fast pace from Finland. Sorry.
So they put those smokes close to the T-con to prevent that push from coming out much faster, and it did look like Finland were trying to express lane that push particularly. With Bark sitting out towards the Ivy, just ringing op shots through the smoke down the lane, that really made their hand difficult. Now Bark, again, this round, going to be finding an opening frag, taking down Sagerton as he tries to apply pressure towards Ivy. Of course, this one just being Deegs on the side of Finland. They're not necessarily looking for all too much, but they still at least need to start to curb the amount of success that Montenegro are having. If they do continue to forward these weapons into the next round time and time again, then their bank is going to build, and it is still early enough in this half for them to put up a convincing CT half. Of course, Finland have 4 rounds already. They should be happy with this. Remember, it is train, of course, but at the same time, with how much room they could have gotten, this is a bit of a surprise. Montenegro with a chance to come into it when they had no business winning it.
Maiden just re-peeking when he shouldn't. X7 gets another one with the Deagle. Great Deagle play from X7. Is he going to be able to find this, find Gigi here on Ivy? Not yet, as he picks up Nump. He goes down, and it's all on Arvid. Arvid finds another kill on Bark. 2 AWPs down. Montenegro, they pick up 1. Did Gigi manage to get the second one? I'm not sure, but investing into 5 Deagles, getting 3 kills, I think that's pretty okay. X7, this second shot on Lobanitsa was insane. He gets the 2. And yeah, like I said, they were able to save only the 1 AWP.
Yeah, and he didn't save anything at all. He dropped it to try to pick it up, but he had everybody this. I watched the money. Everybody this round rebought, other than the first one. So he drops his weapon and gets nothing at all pushed forward. Now that's obviously going to be a bit of a back foot. They could have definitely had some more cash moving forward, but they're just going to have to deal with it. Now Finland, this would be a really good chance to reset them because they don't actually have as much cash left over. So Montenegro definitely creating a good space for them. Props to them for finding a bit more momentum here and finding multiple rounds in a row, but they will have to stop this B push, and it's 7. They'll be making space, finding the first one. GG able to answer back from the back of the train. Sagerton in response, however, going to be giving the 1-man advantage quickly to Finland. The flank, though, from Bark off the mag 7, already finding 1. Returned back again by Sagerton as he continues to push forward towards the CT spawn. It's going to be up to both Lobanitsa and Bark here from multiple directions. Sagerton with another. He is single-handedly creating this round for his team. Bark, though, he is still on the flank, and he's now picked up the AK, trying to smoke off the bomb to go to the defuse. He's not going to nail it, and that was a nice flank attempt with the shotgun. Just not fanning out. Montenegro now in a very difficult situation financially.
And once again, Montenegro, they lose the round on B. I mean, they had, I was wondering when are they going to go a bit aggressive on that B, and they tried with the flash. I think Gigi even spotted some of them in those B halls. I'm not sure why didn't they get any support there. 2 guys on B, they should be able to at least get a kill each before going down, but for a second time, last time they just died. This time, I mean, Montenegro, they're on a force buy, and I think it's going to be just the same case as on Mirage, but as I said that, Lobanitsa equals the situation to 2 on 2, so maybe still doable for Montenegro.
No.
No.
Just no.
I wanted to say, I mean, those guys on B, they're 2 on B, and they only got 1 kill on the Finland's players getting into that B site. And yeah, that's an improvement from the last time. Last time they were just annihilated on that B site and then get a single kill, but still, that's not enough. That's not good enough.
No, still definitely cutting it up short, and this round they're going to be maybe trying to work again with that Lobanitsa hanging it on. 4 sets of armor across the board as well for Montenegro, but they're all going to have to be cautious because this is a very fast play from Finland, already out towards the A site, going to be clearing it out with ease. Now, they do have to keep an eye on Ivy, as that is currently where Bark is sitting, patiently waiting, cautiously preparing. Sagerton getting aggressive. Again, this man makes room for his team. Every single time they manage to take a site, Sagerton's in front, creating more and more space. Yep. And that's really, really solid play, because if you have somebody with the confidence to do that, you can grab so much more information. And as long as he's not dying when he does it, you've got to give him props. It's risky, certainly. It's questionable, some would argue, but at the same time, it's panning out. Finland now taking the 1-point lead.
Yeah, and Montenegro on these, first they went for a force buy, Yeah, last time it worked, so I kind of feel for them and why they want to do it. But after losing that force buy, they go for basically an eco buy, and still a couple of their players, the ones that have more, I guess, more than 3k or something like that, they go for a light buy, buying Kevlar and some upgraded pistols. And you look at the result going into the full buy round. I mean, you have 2 M4s, a UMP. Now Bark picks up an AK after getting a nice kill on Zori, but I mean the utility is not there, the firepower is not there. So I mean, if they can find a round win after a buy like this, that would be great for them. But Artie goes down, and Sagerton, like you said, look at the map control that he has.
It's amazing. It's amazing how much space this man opens. Look, another frag from the back lines. Now, Montenegro were rotating over towards the B hit, and that was going to be proper. They had somebody behind the men at ladder already. They were poised and ready for the B strike. They could have sat in their positions and waited, but Sagerton was there. Sagerton's behind them already, creating space, finding frags, and that's what facilitates Finland's bomb plant towards A. The only reason they're able to get out that ladder is because he alone has cleared up the A site. Now, he's dropped out. GG able to return the frag and find the angle, but he's tagged back in return, so this is a bit of a health advantage currently on the side of Finland. 2v2 with the bomb down, but no smoke to actually prevent this retake coming through. GG with a clean angle, going to be finding it to Miksu. Now, they should read that this is planted for ladder, but neither player having a kit right now, Bark does. But he's not the man who taps it. He's the man who tries to find the frag, and he's trying to close the distance. 7 up close, looking for the headshot, spraying wildly. Both players able to connect, but Bark finds the headshot. Is their time?
Oh, it's going to be close.
Nope.
And he's not going to get it. I wanted to say, I mean, he didn't need to go for that kill. He could have tapped the bomb. He had a Molotov to just shut down that.
He could have tapped it while the player who didn't have a kit gave him cover and used the Molotov. They could have, I mean, to me, in my head, that makes sense. You have but 2 versus 1. The player is, no, you pretty much know he's in ladder.
Yeah.
Right? You see them play versus it. The defuse kit get on the bomb, throw the molly, and then have your player who can't defuse in time cover. But I guess that's too much to ask. Montenegro to give up another one. Finland with a beautiful afterplant, again created by Sagerton.
And once again, Montenegro with a broken buy. I gotta agree with you. Arvid's gonna get a one point kill here on Lobanica. Lobanica just dies too often in these weird, aggressive positions. I mean, I guess that's his play style, but I mean, too often that doesn't pay off. I gotta say. And I gotta agree with you, just Sagerton, he's having a field day on this train. Maiden's gonna get a kill, but he's gonna get shut down by Miksu. And look at it, I mean, Finland is just allowed to walk out that A side, but Gigi on a nice flank is gonna find a double kill. He had a double kill in the last one. Sagerton finds a kill, and it's all between Artie and Sagerton. I mean, we praise them so much. Will he be able to bring Finland the 9th round on the T side? That's the main point.
Wouldn't be surprised. He plays these so slowly, but the player is incredibly close, and now climbing the ladder, Artie not spotting him as he goes on top. Both players literally were just an inch from each other, and it is Sagerton from behind to nail it. This man's positioning is just unreal, and he grabs it again. I mean, in that round, he was holding that Ivy play, while, of course, they did have, I believe, Bark on the side of Montenegro holding the angle, and he waits just on the cusp of the gap for long enough as the rest of the team on the side of Finland created space on A, that the moment Bark moves, after he too had patiently waited, he's caught off guard, he's dropped down. Again, Sagerton just playing the timing, playing the positioning. I feel like this man is very comfortable on the map, he's very good at creating space, and he'll be looking to replicate that again on the CT side, because we switch on forward with a 9-6 scoreline after the T half. Finland looking fantastic, and if they grab this pistol, then they are going to be able to take that early momentum that we saw Montenegro have. Montenegro wasn't able to continue forward with it into the rifles. That's really what Finland are looking for. But we saw them struggle a bit on their CT side in the first game. This is really going to be Montenegro's chance to bounce back. A very fast Ivy play coming on forward. Madden going to be finding the first with that Tech 9 play. Arvid returning it back, though. 3 players here for the A site, trying to hold the line. Sagerton with another headshot as GG answers back. Zori doing the same for the side of the Finns. Artie, he's staying alive, falling back, but still 2 versus 3.
Yeah, and Zori was in a great position just to shut that down. He only got the 1 kill, but I mean, his position is basically the best one to shut that down. Lobanica doesn't find a kill, but finds 2 headshots, and Zori and X7 now both on 13 HP. They need to very... Artie goes down, Lobanica, he found the 2 headshots, but he needs to find 3 kills for Montenegro to win this round. Arvid, he's gonna find the last kill. Montenegro, nice idea, I would like to say. The guy from ladder just getting all the attention while the three guys pushed through Ivy, but the positioning for Finland was just perfect to shut especially that round from Montenegro, and winning the 9 rounds on the T side, that's great enough, but winning the second pistol after that, I don't see, again, I'm sorry for Montenegro, but I don't see it. Just, I was even cheering for them going into the matchup since they're our neighbors, and I know a couple of them, but man.
And did you hear Casino Royale was filmed there?
Yeah, apparently.
And then continuing forward, triple ump. At this point, looking to make bank. So it goes to show not only are these guys looking to win rounds, but at the same time looking to make a lot of money so that they don't actually have to save at any point. If they manage to find more success with these umps, then they're going to be having that momentum, and they're never going to give it up. I would be shocked. Still, 7 with an USP frag, still continuing forward. Arvid with a long-range ump headshot, beautiful execution. Again, Finland not losing a single player, barely taking damage, keeping Montenegro out of this one. Just a bit of a dominant setup here. Ivy, well, 2 players lined up, 2 players down. Finland converting it with ease. And 5 men surviving.
I want to say this is just a clear, difference between these two teams. Just look at Montenegro when they force buy and buy those Deagles and P250s and whatever. They just try and split up and go for some individual plays. And Finland, if you remember on the T side, when they went for a force buy, they were able to get into the B site, I think, twice and plant a bomb, just playing together. And even on that Mirage, when they won that second round on the T side, they were clearly having an idea of what they want to do. They want to get mid and they want to boost in, and that was played perfectly. Montenegro, on another eco round, they're gonna get a nice kill on Sagerton this time, but Arvid is already on the flank, gets a double kill. And like you said, they're all on SMGs except Zori, and they're just farming cash right here, right now.
Arvid though, oh wow. I was going to say, not only does he grab those 2 players on the flank, but because he picks up 2, he's not expecting GG to still be walking around that area. GG even gets the chance to shoot at him, but then the reaction is too quick. So Arvid doing a very nice job that round with a very clean flank. And I have to say, everybody on the side of Finland has been playing very well. Even Zori, who's falling behind in the amount of frags, has had some high impact kills within that 8. So props to him, and obviously Sagerton creating space, Miksu consistently not dying and clutching out rounds, and now we've got Arvid with the flank. So everybody on Finland pulling the weight and making their plays in their own unique way. It's very nice to see. And this round it's going to be the rifles. Most of those umps dropped out on the side of Finland. They have so much cash at this point, there's no problem with that. Zori, he just unscopes before scoping back in to take the shot with ease. Montenegro trying to close the distance towards A, though, making a bit of waves. Artie finding one before it's traded back. Arvid going to be playing on top of that train in order to secure it. And Miksu out here towards Ivy is doing a very good job of watching both the train lanes and the Ivy Hall, which that's just going to leave GG, of course, inside Ivy, alone, isolated away from both the site and the bomb. He has nothing to work with here, trying to find frags. He'll be denied. Zori with another, Finland with another, and now only 2 rounds away from securing overtime.
Yeah, quite a convincing win for Finland in that round. 4 guys staying alive. Just even though Montenegro went for that AE execute with 3 smokes on the site, I think one of them missed, but that wasn't the problem. They threw the smokes, and there were no flashes going in. We saw Zori just standing on that train, didn't get flashed, not once. He was able just to pick off those players coming from mid. Got 1 kill there, got the last one in Ivy. I mean, Montenegro completely shut down, and this is not looking good for them. They're gonna find a kill here on X7, but it really doesn't matter because he had only an SMG. Talking about guns, there's an interesting gun on Sagerton.
Why not? Buys the AUG. Where's he playing that? He's currently close to B, so not even playing it from the back lines, but instead just up close. Could always very well be a misbuy, or he could be confident. One of the two. Still, Montenegro, of course, you mentioned they do acquire that SMG. It is the least powerful weapon they could have found. And Doherty is going to be spotting that upper peak. He doesn't take the shot, not committing to it, but at least now knows that there is some presence here from Montenegro within those brown halls. Finland doing a very good job of not yet rotating off of A. Obviously, with ladder firmly in the control of the T side, they know the rotation can go either way here. This is a very nice position for Montenegro to make a decision as to where they want to go. The problem is, which of these two, if either, are they going to be able to make it out onto? Again, all they have to open frags is that ump, and they've got Sagerton to deal with up close. Zori off the back line with the AUG. He's going to find one. Sagerton using the AUG to find another. 3v3 and GG with that ump still alive. Starting to push up forward here. He could very well catch Zori scoped in. That's going to be a free frag. One down. GG peeking wide but falling back. Playing conserved, playing smart. Montenegro continuing with a 2-man advantage before Mixu burns one alive. Arvid from the back lines now all on his shoulders. 1v2 versus a tagged player and a man on a P250. Spotting GG. Spotting the other. He knows now where both players are. Starting to push up forward. The P250 running. He's going to be able to find it into the 1v1. He does have time. He has a kit. Smoke double flash. He could get on this bomb and stick it. He's going to crouch and he's going to play it. Trying to land it, but GG getting close. He's going to take the peak. Not able to find the frag as of yet. Arvid, no time left. GG managing to get him off of the bomb when he could have very well stuck it. Finland coming up short. Montenegro with another round.
And Gigi with a quad kill, just leaving his team in this one, in the match pretty much. And there you go, I mentioned it, when Finland was on the pistols on the T side, they were able to get into B side at least and get a bomb plant. And Montenegro, they can do the same. They're good enough, they can do the same. Just the thing is, you need to group up and play together basically, because CS is a team game.
And I think that's the key to their success in that round, is they played it like a team. They played the push together, they played the peaks together, they took the time to make a decision as to where they were going and made sure everyone was in position before they executed. At the same time, they didn't wait too long, because that's something that they can sometimes do. When they have that man advantage, we saw it on Mirage. They burn the clock a little too much. It gives confidence to the CT's positioning, to the read that they have on the opponents, and then they manage to win it out. Lobanica is going to be creating space over here towards B, though. Again, this aggressive play style, but it's panning out at the time being. Zori's still behind the trains trying to find the angle. Lobanica with the chance to push on forward and get even closer. Now, that's what he wants to do, considering he's on the AK versus the AWP. They've also been able to respond with the rotation here. Finland putting a second player inside the Z connector. Lobanica, eyes up. Here's Zori. Zori's rotating down, and that's another frag. B firmly in the hands of Montenegro. You see the bomb immediately coming back up the ladder and heading in this direction. Another kill towards A pulls it back. And they weren't sure.
We mentioned it, Lobanica, he once again pushed through the smoke, and this time, you see it, when it works out, it pretty much wins the round for Montenegro. He was able to get to 1 kill on B and sneak up, and Zori, he knew that he was somewhere around there, but didn't know where to expect him. He gets another kill, and like you said, as soon as he got that 1 kill, he created so much space for his team. And yeah, I bashed him the last time when he died, but props to him, making it work this time, and pretty much single-handedly winning the round for Montenegro.
Again, when that does work out, we have to remember the times it's failed. 7 to find the first. Artie getting aggressive, able to find a connection, but not the frag. And this is just a pistol round on the side of Finland, so they will accept that first kill with open arms. Falling back as well, they weren't able to grab that primary weapon, as it still is too far away, and the T-side's doing a very good job of trying to control it. But Arvid is still sitting at the bottom of the ladder and waiting for the rotation down. Madden to find one frag out towards the close A, and Lobanica clearing Arvid has now taken ladder control. So Montenegro in a very good spot to use this map presence in their favor, but Sagerton, we've seen what he does in these sorts of situations. Lands the dig shots, but not the frag. He's dropped out as well as Montenegro continue this push on forward. The bomb heading out towards what looks like A site. Finland going to be able to try to contest from 2 different directions, but with Mixu cleared from Ivy, it's down to the shoulders of 7, who is already tagged, and in a 1v4, his odds are slim.
Yeah, and I gotta say this looks much better for Montenegro. Once they have a clear game plan of what they want to do and where they want to push together, you see it. I mean, yeah, they were only up against pistols, but we got to remember they lost a couple of those rounds on Mirage just because they were split up trying to go for some individual plays. This time, clear clear game plan on what we want to do. We want to go out the A side and slowly clear it out, get all the kills, get the bomb plant, get the round. It looks much better when you play like that.
This time, though, spreading out again, and once more trying to put some early emphasis on these brown halls. And this is nice, because if you take the information away from Finland, if you ensure that nobody has pushed up here and gotten a read as to where you're heading, then they can make the site choice properly. Not only that, but they know that the CTs aren't pushing forward and are still questioning where exactly they're coming in, so the stealthy, slow approach is still panning out. It does come down to, though, once the CTs have a read as to where you are, you have to push on forward. That's where Montenegro have struggled before, and hopefully that's not where they struggle again, because they've got a very real chance here. Surviving the last 2 rounds with 4 players up means that even though they only have 3 consecutive wins, their money is looking very healthy. If they're able to continue forward, keeping players alive and dealing damage to Finland, then they're going to be able to actually put rounds up onto the board. And I mean, that's what they're looking for here, obviously. Trying to fight for tournament life right now. Already down a map. We see this start to push, but this is a fully stacked site on the side of Finland. Sagerton dropped as GG finds the first frag, but Zori with that op going to be grabbing a second through the smoke here. Very nicely done off the M4s as well, clearing out the players within the smoke grenades. Lobanitsa now the last man standing, pushing through to find one. But Finland doing a great job of holding the A site. And in that case, Montenegro, they play it slow to make sure that they're not being flanked. But then all of a sudden, they try to push the issue onto the site with still nearly a minute left on the clock and not a single frag before they commit to it. So looking for the aim duels, thinking they have the confidence and the ability to clear out A before they even have a pick. Not working out for them, and Finland bouncing back with a round already. So we've seen this on Mirage, where Montenegro was doing good on the T side, but the second Finland no longer have to deal with economic issues, they bounce right back into the late CT half.
And again, that A execute just missing some flashes, even a Molotov behind the smokes on the site, because that's a usual spot for the CTs to be in. Once they see those smokes landing, Maiden is gonna get taken down by Sagerton, but Bark is there to trade frag, and this is just that team play that we were talking about. But then again, there's that other side. Lobanitsa trying to make something work all on his own. He gets taken down, and now 3v4 for Montenegro. If they lose this one, they're gonna be facing a match point, 6 match points for Finland. And they're still quite disjointed. Bark is there in B holes. He's now going to back off, and seems like they want to go for the A sites.
Grouped themselves out there, and they've played enough time, and there's still enough time to push in here where if initially something goes awry, they will still be able to bounce on back. But with Bark finding the first headshot, I'm sure we're going to see the pace pick up. 30 seconds now to get that bomb in. Artie's going to be tagged down with damage, flashed as well as Bark drops down. That's the carrier now onto the site. So the bomb not planted, Artie trying to bring it back as he is the last player standing. Finland looking fantastic. But Artie's positioning is currently unknown, I believe. They should have a read as to he is nearby. Arvid now, I spots him. Tries to dance around the train. Artie tries his best, very sneakily, just kind of walking along the very edges of the train, but again, not able to find the angle and the timing. So it will be Montenegro to give Finland their 15th round, even though it looked like they wanted to slow down the pace and then pick it up. It's Finland to shut them down from the back lines once more. So Finland doing a good job after giving up 3 rounds of bouncing this one back and taking all of the momentum. We now see the purchase for them is incredibly strong versus a broken buy from Montenegro, who are just, as you mentioned, fighting for overtime. 6 rounds up. And look at this, a fast play. Artie trying to get into the ladder room will drop to the mag of Sagerton, who then is traded out again by Madden. 7 getting aggressive on towards the brown halls, trying to escape back with his life, will be caught by Lobanitsa. His aggression, again, a pinnacle of his play style. He's looking for more. Finding a nice amount of space to grab the other frag. Zori now rotating down from the halls itself is dropped. Montenegro finding some space in this round.
Yeah. It's a 1v3 for Mixu, and we didn't talk about it, but Mixu, I think he's having a great game. I think he even maybe is tough fragging for Finland, but it's going to be a tough job, even though the 3 guys from on the Montenegro side, they're all below half HP. And Lobanitsa, please. Okay, he won't push through the smoke, but he's gonna find a kill. Not sure how, but great game sense from Lobanitsa there. As he finds the kill, Montenegro wins puts the 10th round on the board. The thing is, they still need to find 5 more to get us to overtime. And Finland, even though they force bought heavily on Mirage because of the huge lead they had, this time they want to play it cautiously and will go for a eco round just to be able to buy in the next one and close this one out.
Oh no, Lobanitsa pushed down to the fast P250 of 7. That's going to be the first frag for the way of Finland, and now he's dropping down with that AK. It's going to grab another. So even though the buy for the side of Finland wasn't working out, 7 does a very good job of at least taking down 2 players. It is, of course, still a 2 versus 3, make it 1 versus 3. Sagerton's the last man standing, and his position's currently unknown, but isn't a good spot to potentially find another frag. Bark not making the jump will actually save himself his life at the time being. It is a very nice peek from Bark. Good read on the corner. And a nice shot. Sagerton cleared out. Montenegro just avoiding as many deaths as possible, taking 2. So, I mean, 7 getting aggressive Obviously, that's kind of a one and done. He grabs the AK and hits a second shot, so that's even a plus to the play. But he was really just looking to make an explosion of success, and it's shut down quickly. So good on Montenegro to curb that AK-47 and make sure that it is Finland into a gun round here in round 27.
Yeah, a gun round, but their buy is not the best. Arvid was on 3.4k, Sagerton only had 4k, so I thought maybe they're gonna go for another eco, but no, they're gonna go for a full buy now, and we see it. They only have 3 M4s and some light utility, only 1 defuse kit, so not the best buy for Finland, but still, they think it's good enough to take on Montenegro in this round number 27. Montenegro again going with some slower approach, as it seems that they want to pinch that A site once again. 2 guys from Ivy, 2 guys from mid, and Lobanica coming out from ladder.
Oh, GG. Nailing, yeah, I was going to say, nailing the timing as Mixu does just take the smoke out the moment before he's peaked. An unfortunate turn of events that's going to put Finland at the one-man disadvantage and then also split up the defense on the A site. Mixu was watching the back of 3 of these players, and now with him gone, you're going to see them being flanked from all around. Arvid able to find 1 frag, but then again, Artie's behind him quickly to trade it back. 3v2 here, 7 grabs another. He's been doing a good job of at least trying to keep his team in these rounds, and now he's immediately getting aggressive here towards Ivy. Dodging the flash, he'll dink the man, but not clear him out. Artie escaping with only 5 bits of health. So it's Zori for the 1v3, but as I mentioned his name, he is cleared from the server. Montenegro with his 12th round, and looking good because Finland, pieing into that one, as we mentioned, kind of at a bit of a limitation, are now going to be putting Montenegro in a very good position to be grabbing the 13th. Of course, they should still be able to grab some pistols, some bits of utility, as they are now going to be on a 4-round loss bonus if they don't win this with the broken bye, which they shouldn't, because Montenegro, I'll admit, have been doing a better job of actually dealing with these sorts of purchases. They do still lose players in these rounds, but at least not losing the rounds itself. And now Lobanica, he'll deny 7. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yep. Lobanica with the first frag, and Montenegro with the one-man advantage. Yeah,
I mean, that broken bye from Finland not working out, and bit by bit, Montenegro is coming back to this game. They only need 3 rounds more to get us to overtime. Although Arvid and Zori have some nice forward positions, Park is going to answer that with double headshot with Tech 9, as Mixu and Sagerton are the only 2 guys left alive for Finland. Scratch that, Mixu is going to get naded, and Sagerton is the only one alive. 1v4 with only a P250. He was playing great, but I'm definitely sure that this is not doable. He's going to get spotted in the B site. They kind of forgot the C4, so they're going to go back, pick that up and bring it back to the A site, I'm guessing. And he's still alive. He's still alive and kicking. Maybe even can find a headshot here with the P250. No. No. He's going to get a headshot in return. And yeah, it's 15 to 13. And this time, a buy for Finland is much better. Not only the firepower, but the nades. We see 3 Molotovs, 3 smokes. Much, much better for Finland.
And with that 5-round loss bonus, they're at least going to be sitting on all of them $3,500 minimum heading into the next one if they lose. So at least a decent enough purchase to try and fight for the victory. But this one is definitely going to be their better chance. So looking to do it with also the double op setup. Saw this once. We're going to see it again. Sagerton, though, he is not going to find the first pick. It's 7 out towards the top of Brownhalls, where Lobanica and 7 have been fighting for a good portion of the second half. Normally it's Lobanica who finds the frags, but when 7 doesn't push, Lobanica is not shy of pushing himself. And again, he's been doing a good job in more recent rounds, but this aggressiveness is costing his team. He is the first player dropped, and with Finland only 1 round away, you cannot let a mistake like that happen. 4 versus 5, Montenegro at a disadvantage, and they are so close to picking up this second map. It would be a very real shame for them to drop out here, considering this was the last full buy from Finland. They needed this chance, and Lobanica giving it to them.
And they're going back to that A execute, and so far it was not great. Let's see if they maybe improved something going for this A execute once again. There's a Molotov, but it's in a wrong spot. Mixu is going to get down. Nice shot by Bark. Narrowly missing the second one, and he's gonna get taken down by Arvid. It's all on Artie. Whoa, they all go down, and it's going to be 16-13 for Finland. I mean, Montenegro bringing it back, but just not good enough.
No, not quite. Short of it. But again, at least an interesting game. We'll give credit to Montenegro on both of those maps. They managed to find some footing in the second half. after being shut down in the first. But again, they've come up short. So that's going to be it for today. Ladies and gentlemen, we will head it back to the analyst desk so they can unpack the goodies. You're away.
Thank you, Scrum. Let's go back to the studio.
Thank you very much, Scrawny. So no sizzling surprises here, no obvious overtimes, no cunning comebacks from Montenegro. 16 to 13 is the score. Sorry, guys. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time, but that's the scoreline as Montenegro will sadly bow out of the tournament. Finland will go through, but no surprises there. However, there's not really much looking forward to them in the group of death. Sweden, Germany, and of course Spain in that group. And, you know, Finland right now, they're just going to have to hope that they get the best lineup possible. They might have a chance.
I mean, if they get Alu and the guys from Ents, it could still be interesting. I mean, they're also up there with Spain, I would say. Yeah. So it's,
and the thing is, Alu can now play with 3 more players from Ents.
That's true.
Just because of the phase move.
The thing is, right? Yeah. Ents hasn't really been performing that well anyway.
Well, yeah, but then
easy for Ents.
Easy for Ents, yeah.
Easy for Ents. Maybe if they're playing for the Finnish flag, it'll be a different story.
Yeah, Finland.
Finland. Maybe if they. What is it? What did they? Suomi. Is that it? Does that mean Finnish?
Yeah.
Suomi. Yeah. And then they say something like tortilla tavataan or something. They'll spam that in the chat.
Yeah.
I wonder what that means. I forgot. They told me. They taught me. The great Finns did. I was going to say interesting facts about Finland, but I forgot to research them. So there's not going to be any interesting facts.
You'll have time. Yeah.
I'll figure something out. Maybe I can remember something interesting from them. But let's talk about the final map of this best of 3, which is quite interesting. Montenegro actually picking up 13 rounds there. Was Finland's map? What's your explanation for that?
Explanation, I think they started off strong, Montenegro. Then they lost some rounds. I'm not sure how that went, but I saw Finland coming back and stringing some rounds. And then in the second half, as Wojt said, like they do at A execute and they fail. And when they started doing like a more loose style of play, Lobanica managed to get some entry kills. All around they played much better. And then in the last round, when they have to do something, they lose Lobanica and they just go back to their old style and just couldn't manage to get it going again after losing him. So sadly, but they lost.
It's not a good sign for for Finland, having trouble against Montenegro in this best of 3. I mean, they did win 2-0, but if you really think about it, 16 to 13, 16 to 10, it's not too great. Bearing in mind, of course, it's not really the strongest lineup for Finland, but coming into the group of death, do they have any chance really?
I mean, like I said, if Alu wants to play for that flag and give his best, and some of the guys from Ents, I mean, that could be interesting. In my mind, they're better than Spain.
Yeah.
I would say they're better than Spain, and against Germany and Sweden.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's going to be tough.
You can even argue they're better than Germany. I mean, Germany has Nex that we saw not performing that well lately. They have Tabson, but who knows if he'll play. Honestly, their scenes are really similar. But the thing is, like, Maus has Nico and they have Chris J, and those 2 are not
Oscar.
German. Sorry, and Oscar. But those 3 are not German. So looking at both scenes, Ence has better results than a German scene. And if we look at it like that, I think Finland has a really good shot against Germany as well.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see the lineup for Germany. I mean, they have a couple of guys in Penta, a couple of guys in Maus, even a couple of guys in alternate can play for the German team. So it will be interesting. But I mean, just looking at it, Sweden is definitely a hard hitter there.
Yeah, indeed. So if you guys want to watch the group draws online, you can check out our YouTube. .com/e-fragnet. And of course, we've got a giveaway that you guys can take part in. Check out our social media. Go on twitter.com/e-fragnet or our Facebook at facebook.com/e-fragnet. You can win some knives, jerseys, a lot of cool stuff. All you have to do is just send us a photo of yourself with your favorite team jersey or flag or graphic if you don't have either, and tell us what you think. And of course, check out the group draws so you know what's going to be happening. The top 3 of the European qualification will be going on to the land finals to join, of course, China, Argentina, Tunisia, Australia, and of course the USA. USA versus Canada was a really exhilarating match indeed.
I expected more from Canada.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even
it's going to be a shame. I really, Semfis was such like a nice addition to the analyst desk last year.
Yeah.
I really wanted him to join and maybe, you know, disagree with you guys a bit.
I mean, he's free now.
Yes,
Yeah, he doesn't have to play.
Good one.
I'll give him a call.
Yeah.
But anyway, one question before we hop on to talk about the man of the match. Looking at the performance of a team like Montenegro, do you think that there is hope for the Balkan scene? Do you think it's developing? Is it improving as far as you're concerned, Dusan?
Well, yes and no. Like, yeah, we're improving. We're having some more serious players playing and getting more dedicated and all of that. But again, it's our scene, and we all know how Serbian teams can be. So the situation now is that, yeah, they're all dedicated playing and such, but in a month's time or 2 months, we can see nothing of that. So, I mean, this is really a positive thing, seeing Montenegro, Slovenia, and Croatia going through that first round. And I mean, yeah, it's a really good thing for them. But looking overall, we saw Macedonia going out in first stage, Serbia as well. Bulgaria lost to Spain. Unfortunately, they didn't have their best players, but overall they were really they really improved, and we saw what MK is doing now. So I think, yeah, we're slowly improving, but it's a long process.
Yeah, hopefully there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Man of the match, boys.
I would say Segerton, even though we said Zori before the match, and he played really well on that Mirage. His game on train was kind of off. He didn't get as many kills. It's not like he played bad, but I would definitely say Segerton. I mean, even on Mirage, he was great. On train, he was, like Scrawny said, he was getting so much map control, not only kills, but map control. He was able to run out alone, if not with his team, and just get the kills, get the map control, be constant nuisance for the guys from Montenegro. So props to him. He played really well.
Could have been the difference between a 2-mapper or a 3-mapper, Mr. Sagerton. Yeah. But we'll see whether he'll be joining the Finnish side with the other 3 ENS players and Alu. Maybe he could be the 5th, depends on his role, of course.
Yeah, he should, honestly.
Yeah, he's not done too bad.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you very much for joining us this evening for a quick match. Finland versus Montenegro. Finland, of course, winning 2-0, taking their best of 3 as they go on to the final round of the group stage of the European qualifiers. Of course, we've got one last match. You want to see the Danish players, make sure you're here on Monday to tune in for that match as they play against Lithuania.
Yep.
It is indeed Lithuania. Second guess myself there. As they play against Lithuania to decide the final team that'll be going on through to the group stages. Of course, check the group draw over on our YouTube at youtube.com/efragnet, or you can just check out efragnet on YouTube, just search it. But it's been an absolute pleasure for me to be joining both of you guys. Thank you very much for having me on the desk, and make sure you check these guys out on Twitter. Just, you know, of course, search Svojic. There's nobody else called Svojic. And Dusan, what's your tweet?
Dusan M.
Dusan M. Just find Dusan, you'll find him. I don't think there are any other Dushans on Twitter. No. But thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. It's been a real pleasure. We hope to see you guys on Monday. Take care.